Oh my goodness. Man, if I don't remember to buy a freaking pack of gum, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to make it through another workout. Alright, that's a lie. I've made it about 2 weeks now without any gum. And it sounds like such a minor inconvenience, but um yeah, I've been doing my workouts with a piece of gum every time for years now. So whenever I don't have a piece, it just feels weird. It feels weird. I've kind of created a routine, and that's part of it. Um, yeah, I gotta give me some, man. It just doesn't feel right. Like I said, I'm still gonna train. I mean, who we kidding here? I'm not gonna miss any training, but would I feel a little better, a little more complete if I had my gum? Yeah, I definitely would. Now I gotta say, the warm ups have actually not felt great, and I want to be specific here. It's just my left leg. I don't know what's going on. Um, but I've been doing these unilateral leg curls, leg extensions for months now, if not, it's been 2, maybe even 3 months, with the exclusion of like 1 or 2 weeks where I've kind of taken a break and thrown in regular, what would be a regular set here, which is both legs. Um, so I'm actually kind of talking myself out of even trying this, but I was gonna just try one set, do each leg by itself like I've been doing, and if it just doesn't feel worth it, then do a normal bilateral set like I said. But I'm kind of talking myself out of it and just like I'm thinking about just doing bilateral sets here with my, because this does not go heavy enough, or at least as heavy I'd like it to be. Same thing with leg extensions. If I do that, just do my typical 2 second negative or 2 second eccentric to make it harder. So rather than do 25 or 30 reps, you know, maybe I'll only be able to do 15 to 20 on the first set, and then with each set, kind of gets harder. I lose a rep or two. I'm kind of talking myself out of even trying one leg, but I don't want to. Here's the thing: doing one leg at a time on this, as as well as leg extensions, has been working so good. Um, like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I can visibly see the improvements in my legs over the past 3 months that I've been doing this. So it's like I really don't want to stop. So fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a literal decision in the moment. Um, let me fuck it. Let me try one set unilateral and see how it goes. Typically on these, for whatever reason, there's no specific reason. It's more or less just how I've done it and what the routine I've done. I always start with my left leg. Maybe I'll start my right one here because my left one's the one that's bothering me. And I know, like, even though it's my right leg and my left leg's kind of not doing much, it's still gonna get blood flow just generally throughout my body. So maybe if I start my right leg, my left leg would kind of loosen up. Here's the thing. I guess I'll explain what's going on. It's not even hurting. Okay, there's a small amount of pain, I guess I should say. But the main thing is when I'm doing it with my left leg here, it just feels a little weaker than normal. It feels uncomfortable, almost like I gotta I don't want to say pinched a nerve, but something like that. You know what I mean? Like there's something not quite firing right. Maybe I'm a little out. I need to go to the chiropractor. I don't know. Whatever it is, um, it's affecting me. So I feel like I've come full circle here just within this first 5 minutes of thinking out loud. Because I started out thinking, yeah, I'm gonna do unilateral one set, see how it goes, and then I went all the way to no, let's just do bilateral today, and then I'm all the way back to where I started. So I'm gonna try it. I'll start with my right leg, see if that makes a difference, and if it feels, how do I say it? If it feels worth it to do all three sets like that, then I'll go ahead and do it. But definitely, let's just say everything is on the table at the moment. Um, I don't have anything set in stone, so I'm gonna do a set, one leg or each leg by itself, and see what happens. Hopefully, it goes pretty good because like I said, I don't want to quit doing unilateral stuff here. It's really been working for me, so let's give it a shot. God damn it! I was so focused on being as safe as I could there, considering what I was dealing with, that I didn't count the reps at all. I didn't even make an attempt. So I mean, as far as I know, I did the same number each leg, but I could be off by multiple reps. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think that did help. Starting with my right. One, this is the weight that I've worked up to over the past 3 months doing single legs. And let's say 4 5 weeks ago, this weight was, how do I say it? It was pretty challenging, but it was easy enough that I could do 10, 10, 11, 12 reps, and feel okay about it. Now, like I said, I don't know exactly how many I did, but it just feels significantly easier, um, which obviously is what I want. That's good. So honestly, at this point, I would usually add 5 pounds. It's on 110. Maybe I'd go up to 115. But with my left leg feeling like this is what sucks. This is kind of the overarching point I was leading to. I just don't want to risk going up any, even though I feel very capable. Again, it'd only be 5 pounds, but that's what I've been doing for the past 3 months. Um, if I'm not mistaken, when I started doing single legs here, I was around 90 pounds. Just start, of course, it was kind of easy. I was doing some pretty comfortable reps and sets of like 15 or so, and I was just worked up from there in just 3 months. And I've added 20 pounds, give or take, uh, which when you're doing any kind of single leg or single arm sets, um, 20 pounds, I mean, that's quite a bit. If you think about it, if you translate that over to doing bilateral sets, which, obviously that'd be in both legs, that's 40 pounds if you add together, probably more, probably actually a little more. Um, because for whatever reason, at least for me, in my experience, when I do both, it's just a little more natural, more comfortable. Um, you kind of add that with the weight. I mean, I'd probably be able to add 50 pounds. But yeah, as much as I'd like to go up, I'm gonna keep it here. But I am going to try and do. I'm just gonna try to do two more sets. It was like I said, it was on the table to go to bilateral. But I think I'm gonna start my right leg on each set here, which is the opposite of what I do. Like I said, normally I start my left, but it seemed to have helped a little bit. So I mean, this is my hope. With each set, maybe it gets a little better each time. So we'll see. But I'm definitely gonna keep doing unilateral sets. Um, it just works too good, man. I've been having too good of results to steer away from it if I don't have to. And now I might be close to that have to part. Like if this keeps going, I might have to, at least for, if nothing else, a short period of time till this gets right. But I think today I can manage, so I'll do two more, and I'm going to exclude drop sets here today for one reason, and that'll be at the end of the workout. You'll see what my plan is, as long as I can do it. Um, yeah, so no drop set here. I'm gonna keep those out for a very particular reason, but that won't be till the end of the workout. So yeah, let's do two more here. Oh, that set was way fucking better. As you can tell. This is kind of the goal after a set. If you're not breathing a little hard, kind of fighting for air. I mean, was it a really good set? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, and also in terms of my left leg and that sensation I was having, I still slightly felt a little bit of something. But man, oh man, like I said, it just felt way better. So, see, if a less experienced person asked me what they should have done there, I probably would have told them one, depending on the intensity, the level of pain or discomfort, just don't even do it or go super light. Um, or two, well, I guess that was two, just lighten the weight. But I'm comfortable in my experience and what I felt, um, and working around other injuries. I could tell this wasn't serious. Not to say that it couldn't be, but again, with my past experiences and working around minor injuries, we'll say minor. Um, I could tell if I was smart, if I didn't, you know, let my form get way out of what you really can't in a machine, but I didn't let my tempo, you know, get way out of whack. I controlled the weight, went nice, slow and steady. That I should be okay. And voila, here we are. Set number two. It felt way better. I think I'll totally be fine doing a third one. As a matter of fact, it might even feel even better. So one more, and then we'll move on. Oh shit. Uh, come on. It doesn't get much better than that. I did feel like my left leg was kind of, um, which I think my right leg was guilty of this too when I would start with my left leg, but my left leg was kind of quitting there on that set, and I think it was just fatigue and the accumulation of all the reps. Whew. All right, let's move on. All right, just like on leg curls, I just don't. Well, here's the thing. I think I'm capable of adding 5 more pounds here, and just like I was capable of doing that on leg curls. But since I didn't, I'm not gonna do it here. Not that I have to, but one, it's a little easier to keep track, and two, it just feels right for some reason if I do it that way. Now maybe down the line, uh, I'll change my opinion on that, but I just like keeping them in sync, um, if I can. Like I said, if I can. So But yeah, I got it on 190 here. You can see how much stronger my quads are, which I would say pretty much everybody's quads are going to be stronger than their hamstrings, unless you're just a genetic mutant freak, which there are some. But even if you are, I don't think your hamstrings will actually be stronger than your quads, unless you just never hit quads, which that's like almost impossible. Um, but like I said, if you're a genetic mutant freak of nature, there are some people that their hamstrings, the gap is closer with their quads, for whatever reason, whether they specifically train that way or it's just genetics. But, but yeah, I got it on 190 single legs here. Probably hit about the same number of reps that I did on leg curls with only 110 on leg curls. So you can see the strength difference there. But again, that's normal. Pretty much 99.9% of people are going to have that. So, all right. That felt much easier than my right leg or my right quad. Let's actually narrow it down there. My right quad. Um, I just felt way better. My left leg in general is kind of jacked up. Still dealing with my knee problem, and now I have my. I don't want to say it's a hamstring problem. It feels like it's rooted a little deeper than that. Like my nerves. I got a pinched nerve or something. A little bit deeper than the muscle. It's not extreme right now. It's actually pretty manageable. But like I said earlier, I feel it. It's affecting me a little bit. But yeah, that was still pretty good. Might not have been the prettiest, but it's effective. We'll do two more. Uh, oh, that's some good shit right there. Third and final set here. Let's end on a good note, or at least try. Let's try to end on a good note here. Oh. Uh, I can admit that was not the prettiest set, but you want to know why? I'm okay, totally okay with it, and okay with ending like that because that was just a grit, kind of bare your teeth, grind it out set, and I always say at least one set like that per exercise that you do is good. Does every single one need to be like that? Well, I don't even want to say like that. Does everyone need to be like that? And then you actually hit true failure? No. Now every set needs to be intense like that. We on a couple of them, or however many you do. On all the other ones except for one set, you'll probably be okay with stopping one or two reps short of failure, in my opinion. As long as one of them is like that. All right, I've had my fill of leg extensions. Let me catch my breath, which might take a minute, but then we'll move on. All right, come on. You guys should have known there was no other choice but leg press. Literally, no other choice because my damn knee just won't let me. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again, really. The leg press, honestly, for bodybuilding purposes, is probably my number one choice. Now, it can be different for everybody. I mean, look at Tom Platz. Had probably some of the pound for pound greatest greatest legs ever, and he was a squataholic, if you want to call it that. Um, but for me personally, I fall in the Dorian Yates category, where when he squatted, it just seemed to his body just didn't like it, and then he mainly did leg press for his legs, especially at his peak. And I'm kind of starting to fall into that category, which I like, and then again I don't. I like it because it saves my back. I don't like it because I just like squats. There's something about it, you know. There's just something about it, but it's about getting results, and not always about doing what you want. So leg press gives me the best results for right now, so that's what I'm doing. 3 sets here. You know, I got it maxed out with my. Well, you guys can probably see my two added 45s and 25 on top. Uh, did I say 3 sets? 3 sets. And then I got one thing after this that I want to do, if I can. I really hope I can. Fingers crossed. But let's focus on these three first. Let's do this first one. See how it goes. All right, 16. I think my tempo, the speed of my reps was a little quicker than usual. But that might have been a match PR or a PR. I don't remember if 15 or 16 reps was my best here. I'm getting a little lightheaded. Fuck it. If I pass out, I pass out. It's worth it. I'm pretty sure I did 16 there, though. You guys know how that goes. I'm wrong half the time, so don't take that to the bank. But all right, that felt really good though. Let's do 2 more. Okay, I'm trying to go a little faster here than I normally would on a heavy compound lift with any body part. Typically, especially since I'm doing this compound lift at the end of the workout. I mean, typically I'd rest 3 to 5 minutes. Um, I'm probably right around 2 minutes right now, so I'm going a little quicker, mainly because 16 reps is on the higher end of what I want to get with my heavy compound lifts. I'd honestly like to be around for it to be down around 10 or 12. So, you add or you figure the little extra fatigue after doing one set already. So by the second set, and then especially the third set, I'll probably lose a rep or two each one, and then a little faster rest period. Can that bring me down around 10 to 12? I think so. We'll see. Perfect. One more, man. Oh, that's all I got for leg press. I feel very confident saying that. I can't see, I can't breathe. Fucking love it. Oh. All right, can I squeeze out one more set of this exercise that I want to do? It might be a mistake, but I'll try it. First, I gotta put all these back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna feel that shit tomorrow. See, it's probably been over 6 months, at least, probably longer than that, since I've done a single set or rep of weighted lunges, at least to my memory. And again, if I have done it within the past 6 months, it wasn't anything, it wasn't a lot because I don't remember. So, first of all, even when I do weighted lunges on a regular basis, one set, usually at the end of a workout, maybe two if I'm feeling a little crazy, but usually just one set is all I need and I'm good to go. So, since it's been so long since I've done them, like, and it's the craziest thing, like, maybe some of you experience the same thing, but for me, weighted lunges, again, if I just do one set, as long as it's a true, giving it good effort set, I mean, I could be, my glutes, hamstrings, quads could be sore for 2, 3, 4. There's even been some instances where my legs, specifically the way I do it, my glutes and hamstrings have been sore for 5 fucking days. 5 fucking days, man. I mean, talk about struggling just to get up and down off the toilet, get in and out of bed. I mean, it's fucking brutal. But I mean, it's worth it, and then again, it's not because here I am. I've been doing other things again without weighted lunges, and my legs have improved. They got a little bigger, a little stronger. So more or less, this one set of weighted lunges was just because I wanted to. It's been a while, and that put me at an even 10 sets of legs today. Not that I needed to hit 10, but it just I just felt like for today, even if it's just one week, I wanted to throw in a set of weighted lunges. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I might regret it tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. But I just wanted to do it. So yeah, that was good. I didn't go crazy heavy, just 135. I mean, there was times when I was doing weighted lunges with 225 plus, basically about 250. And I know if I worked up to it, if you gave me 2, 3, 4 weeks, I could do more now. I'm definitely stronger. But anyways, that doesn't matter. Let's hit some poses. See what the pump looks like. Yep. I have a good feeling my legs are gonna be fucked tomorrow. It's what I want, but then again, what I don't want. But honestly, if one of your main goals, if you're working out just to be in pretty good shape or be in better shape than the average person, you know, that's cool. That's good. But if you're like me, maybe you have a little bit of a screw loose, kind of weird, a little bit of a maniac. If you're doing it to completely break down your body, that way you can get as completely massive as you can, then you gotta be willing to put up with days where, I mean, I just trained chest Monday, and my chest is so sore right now. I gotta hit it again tomorrow. I mean, all bets are off what's gonna happen, but it's. I have a feeling it's still gonna be sore tomorrow. Probably not this bad. It'll definitely be a little better. But I mean, again, it's kind of now you don't you don't have to be sore to this level. I mean, maybe I've been getting a little carried away with my chest training. Actually, I definitely have been as of late. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to be in that 5% or even that 1% of physiques, either way, whether you're trying to get as big and shredded as you can, or as big and maybe not as strong. If you're in the powerlifting side of things, you actually don't want to be too sore. You know that defeats the purpose. But if you're trying to get super lean, there's some basically it's that extreme. You got to take it to that extreme, no matter what you're trying to do. So you got to be willing to put up with whatever the side effects or the kind of the outcomes of your training is. Again, that's if you're trying to, you know, get in that rare form, whatever it might be. But anyways, I got to do some cardio. Um, believe it or not, I've been doing really good with my ab training for the past 2 to 3 months. With the exclusion of this week, I have not hit abs yet. Um, but I've upped my cardio. I've done more cardio this week than I have in the past couple months. So as long as I can still hit my abs at least once a week, a good intense ab session, like 10, 15 minutes, consecutive abs, very little breaks. That's how I do it. Anywhere from 4 to 500 total reps, combined with the increased cardio and the diet kind of getting locked down a little more. I think it'll be good. So I'll do abs maybe tomorrow or Friday. Yeah, but I'm doing some cardio. and I'm out of here. Tomorrow will be chest day, so I gotta make sure I'm ready for that shit.